You met a potential client. Y'all had a great conversation. Y'all exchanged contact. You got excited. You went home and you put together your best work, your ideas, your strategies, your analysis, and you sent it over. And then you waited and waited, but never heard back from them. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly why that keep happening and how to stop it. There's a law in economics that says people value things based on what they pay for them. So when something is free, it's valued at free. It doesn't matter how much work went into it. It doesn't matter how good it is. If a person didn't pay for it, the brain treat it like it's worth nothing. Think about it in your own life. If someone give you a sample at the store, you take it, you try it, you move on. You don't think about it again. But if you pay $50 for the same thing, you pay attention. You taste every single bite. You're deciding whether it was worth it. Same product, but the price changed the way you experienced it. That, my people, is the law of perceived value. And it is working against you every time you give away your best work before anyone commits. And a lot of you have real skills, real experience, real results, and real solution. And you want to serve people. So when you see someone with a problem that you can solve, your first intention is, let me provide them with a path out of it. Let me show them what needs to be done for them to get out of it. So what you do, you go home and you create all these things to show it to them. And now you don't hear back from them. And here's why. Because they haven't committed yet. They haven't sat down with you to meeting with you, anything yet. They don't even know you fully. So you don't hear back from them. Now you have handed over your diagnostic, your strategy over to someone who doesn't even value it or doesn't even know its worth. Or even if they do, they use it without even coming back to you. And then you come to a conclusion that you got ghosted. Or maybe they don't need it enough or they don't see their struggle yet. When the truth is, they haven't invested full enough for them to value it. And what do I mean by invested? I mean that they haven't invested time, money, or effort into whatever the issues are for them to see the value in what you provide. You see, the thing we are forgetting is that the word free have a stagnation behind it. When you hear the word free, the most thing that people think about, nothing is free. There's something beyond that, something they want from me. And then they get on guard and try to protect themselves. Or they think that, well, if this is truly free, then there must not be a value to it, or they may not have put enough effort into it. But that's not true. You put a lot of effort into putting together that format, that form or that diagnostic so they can see what you're capable of and so that they can hire you. But all they see is there's a free thing that was said to them that a lot of effort wasn't put into. But on the other side, how does the saying go? Pay attention. For someone to lean into something, they have to pay a cost, whether it is their time or the money. That's why the saying is pay attention. That's just how the brain works. That's how people function. And I see this happening all the time. Here's what I see happen. You meet someone at a networking event. They tell you their struggles. You get excited because you know you can help. So you go home. You think about what they said. You put together a full diagnostic, an audit of their situation. You map out what's wrong. And then you show them what it could do to fix it. You put your best thinking into it. And then you send it. No meeting schedule. No follow-up date booked. Just your email with your best work and a message that says, let me know if they spark any ideas. Then silence. Now they have your knowledge. They have your steps. They have your ideas. You give away your guideline. They could take it and try to do it in-house. Or worse, they could take it to somebody else for them to execute it. But either way, you're giving away your appetizer before they even pay for the entree. You're giving it away before they even sit in your restaurant. Let's stay here for a second. You have been to many restaurants. And when you go in, they don't just hand you appetizer up front. There are two things that happen. First, you buy the appetizer from the menu and they bring it out to you. Or you buy an entree and then they serve you appetizer in the beginning. But either way, you commit first before they hand you the appetizer. That's the same thing with your business. When someone comes to you, why are you handing them the appetizer right away? In fact, They don't even come to you because they haven't committed to come to you yet. When you meet somebody or when you talk to somebody in a networking event, first, you should have them commit. Either have them come to you on a one-on-one meeting and then you give them an appetizer, or you have them buy your product and then you give them the appetizer. But either way, have them commit first. Because think about it. You're not just finding your audit or your diagnostic laying around on the floor. You're taking their struggles that they told you about and putting it to work. You're going home, thinking over it, finding solutions, finding the gap, finding the issues, putting it all in a bundle, making sure it looks clean, is legible, and then you're emailing it over. You're putting in work, real work, so that they know what needs to be done for the project or the business to succeed. It doesn't stop there because your mind starts to work overtime. You're checking your phone, checking your email, checking your social media, hoping that they get back to you or making sure you don't miss conversation with you. Then it leads to stress because now you're wondering, did they get it? Does it make sense to them? Maybe they don't need my help. Did I do the right thing? Now you have all these thoughts going through your mind that wasn't necessary to have in the first place. And here's the thing. I know your work is probably the best work that they have received. That's why you want your work to speak for itself. When they see it, they'll understand the value of it. We've all been there. If I just show them what I can do, they'll want to work with me. But that's not how it works. If you don't put a structure, a system around the work that you provide, they will never get back to you because the work itself don't speak to them. The system does, and your work live within that. So you need to put together a system around the audit, around the diagnostics, so that you can invite commitment from your clients. So the real question is, why do smart people keep doing this? Because they trust their work more than they trust their system. They believe that if their work is good enough, the person will keep coming back. Or if their analysis is strong enough, the deal will close itself. But here's the thing. Your work is not your business card. Your diagnostic, your audit, your strategy, those are deliverables. Those belong in a paid engagement, not in a cold email, not attached to a let me know what you think. When you give away valuable work before anyone commits, you are not being generous. You're training them to expect your best thinking with no cost. And I get it, because how else can they trust you? You have to show them that you know what you're doing. You have to show them that you're free-handed and that you're willing to help. But it is producing opposite effect. And here's why. Because you skipped a whole middle ground. You went and met them at a networking event, and all of a sudden you want to deliver a full solution. What happened in the middle? You can't just jump from meeting to solution. I have a 16-year-old teenager, and when I pick her up from school, she get into the car. That's the meeting point. And then she start telling me about her day and all the issues, all the problem, whatever that happened within the day. And then when she's done, I'm like, okay, so this is how you, and she would stop me. Stop that. I just need you to listen. And then she continued. She continued telling me. And at the end, I don't say anything. I will keep driving. And then she asked, what should I do about it? And then I give her the solution. But I don't give her the solution until she asks for it. Or else I get the, stop that. I don't need you to give me a solution. I just need you to listen. Same thing. And that's the middle area. And that's because trust isn't built by solution. Trust is built by showing up, listening to the problem, understanding what's going on, and then earning the next step. That's how every step can lead to the next step. You can't skip one step and expect conversion. You have to take one step at a time to get there. And because you invested in them first, they would then invest in you. Because you took the time to listen to them, now they want to know what the solution is from you. Now you are wondering, what should you do instead? And I'm not telling you not to give value. I'm telling you to give the right value at the right time. There is something you can give away for free, but it's not your diagnostic. It's not your audit. It's not your strategy. Those take hours. Those take real expertise. They belong in a room with someone who already commits to being there. What you can give away is something quick, something that speaks to the problem, something that shows them you understand their situation, something that gives them a taste, not the full meal. Think of it like this. Instead of cooking for someone who hasn't even entered your restaurant, you put a sample outside, something small, quick, but good enough that when they taste it, they enter the restaurant and say, I want more. Now that's what you give away the sample. The sample could be a guide or a short breakdown of the mistakes people make within their situation, something they can download, look at, and immediately get value from. But it leaves them wanting the next step. It leaves the door open. And here's what happens when someone downloads that, when someone gives you their information to get it, they have just committed. It's small, but it's a step. And now you have a conversation starter. You have a reason to follow up. Now you're not chasing, you're inviting. So, what we just talked about is called a lead magnet. And the purpose is to do what a magnet does pull things to it. See, there's a difference between a diagnostic and a lead magnet. A diagnostic takes time, it's custom, it's built for one person because you analyze that one person problem. So it's a valuable commodity that belongs in a paid engagement. For a lead magnet, it does take time, but once you're done, you can use it over and over. And it's for everybody that has similar problems. But a lead magnet, once you create it once, it works over and over. It serves hundreds of people. And that's because it speaks to their common problem. It gives them a quick win, and then it shows them how to figure out if something's wrong. And that's the difference. One costs you to work over and over, while the others work for you over and over. And now, instead of you chasing people with custom work, now they are coming to you from the work that you already done. Now they are coming to you because they downloaded something that spoke to them. They are raising their hand. They're saying they have this problem. And now you have reason to follow up with them. So if you have been sending your best thinking into the void and wondering why nobody is getting back, I want you to know it's not your work. The work isn't the problem. The problem is you have been giving it away before anyone earned it. And when something is free, it's valued at free. But it's not your fault. That's just how things have been. Your best work belongs in a room, not in a cold email. Get in the room first, and then give them everything you got for them. Now, if you're getting anything from my videos, subscribe now so I can keep making these. And thanks for watching. And remember, your work is valuable, so stop giving it away for free.